Good morning, students. Welcome back to Atmiya Green School. I'm Afrin Sayed, your English teacher. Dear students, we are on section 2, the Narayanpur incident. So, the story, the Narayanpur incident, um, is set in 1942. It is set in 1942, that is during the Quit India movement. The Narayanpur incident presents an intriguing account of turbulent situation that shook the peaceful town of Narayanpur. And summary of the book, Gandhiji was the British to quit India on 8th of August 1942. The very next day, Gandhiji lent some of the prominent leaders were put in the jail, and the people of the country rise in the protest, officially starting the Quit India movement of 1942. Babu and Manju are two school going kids in the story who finds themselves in a sticky situation. With the school closed down and their father in jail, they don't know how to deal with the situation. Their courageous brother Mohan goes underground, and soon the rest of the family moves to Narayanpur, a sleepy little hamlet which has been completely unaffected by the turbulence in the country. But the Narayanpur is seething within, and it all erupts at once when a group of children dare to confront the police. So students, this is an extract from a history. This is extract from the incident of Quit India movement, and it is a story about a family who is participating in the freedom fight. The year is 1942, the time of Quit India movement. A teacher in small town, a follower of Gandhiji, has been arrested. His elder son, 18-year-old Mohan, who is a teacher in a small town, a follower of Gandhiji, has been arrested. Now, his elder son, 18-year-old Mohan, he has an elder son whose name is Mohan. Younger son Babu. So there is a younger son who is Babu, age 13, whose age is 13, and daughter Manju 2 years younger. That is she would be of 11 years. Are also keen to participate in the struggle against the British. Manju had just settled down with a book when she startled by Babu's urgent is almost in her ear. Manju, I say Manju. Manju looked up from her book with a start. Oh Babu, what is it? How you startled me? Listen, I'm going out. Want to come with me? Where? I'll tell you later. If you want to come, just say so. Come quickly. So here, Manju, that is our 11-year-old daughter, is just settled with a book, and in a while Manju comes up and say, who's 13-year-old? So he say, come on, do you want to come with me? So she is asking that where are we going? Then he replies that just come, please, don't question much. We'll be home before Amma. Are you coming? If not, I am off. So he says that are you going to come with me? If you are not going to come, then I'll be off, because we have to get back before Amma comes. Now Manju jumped in a flurry. Flurry is in the immediate action. Flurry is an immediate action. I'm coming. Wait for me. Babu was waiting with a huge lock and key when Manju came out. He locked the door, gave the lock a tug to make sure it was locked, and thrust the key at the Manju. So both brother and sister went out, locking their house. Now she asked Babu impatiently, tell me where we are going. To watch a procession. Walk fast, we may be late. What procession? Whose procession? Where procession? So what does she say? That what kind of procession you are talking about? Whose procession you are talking about? And where is this procession? The college students are taking out the procession from their college to the collector office. Mohan told we could watch. He says it's going to be peaceful. So what happens that all their eldest brother have informed them that there is going to be a procession that is from college to a collector's office, and he says that you can come and see as it is not going to be a violent kind of, it is going to be very peaceful. There were already some people lining the roads. Manju and Babu found a good spot almost opposite the gate of the collector's compound. Opposite to the collector's compound, they found a spot. They had to wait for some time. In a while, it began to rain. Now, after waiting for a while, it has started beginning to rain. It had been drizzling off on since the morning, but this was heavy downpour. So there were some rim jim rain going on, but rim jim rain means a slow gradual rain, which is very peaceful. But now there comes a heavy downpour, the usual monsoon rain. Heavy and steady. People rush for the large tamarind tree. So once the rain just got started, they have start searching for the they start searching for the shade under a tree, and there was a tamarind tree which was very huge. So people went and just settled themselves under it. Is that all? Manju asked in disappointment. Wait. Now, soon, they heard the magical words. They are coming, they are coming. The children, like the others, rushed out, heedless of the rain. Policemen now appeared all along the road. Some of them walked in front of the student, some by their sides. But the students were marched as if the police didn't exist. They walked in complete silence. There were no slogans, no shouts, just a shuffle of feet, the drip of rain, and a low murmur from the watching crowd. So suddenly there comes a voice that they are coming, and everyone over there just ignored the rain and they come out of it. Now, while they were open, while they come out on the roads, suddenly police have covered them from all the sides. But they didn't react anything. They were neither shouting, they were neither saying a word. They were just walking. They were just a noise of the feet and drip of the rain. Babu Manju looked eagerly for Mohan. Yes, there he was. Dressed in white pajama and a cream colored shirt, with another boy, both holding aloft a picture of Mahatma. Their arms must have ached holding it up that way for so long, but their faces were expressionless. So here was their brother. Look, can you see this person? This is his brother. Okay. So they were holding the picture of Mahatma Gandhi in their arm, and Mohan has wear white pajamas. Now, with another boy, both holding a picture, their arms must have been ache, so there might be a lot of pain in their arms, but their expression, their face were expressionless. They were not showing any kind of pain on their face. Now, the leaders of the procession, Suman was one of them. They saw in excitement, had reached the Barat gates. Now, the leader of the entire procession was Suman. Then a police officer who was the DSP, Mohan told them, later come up to them. There was some conversation between him and the students. The students seemed to be arguing. The rain had lessened now, and the police officer took off his hat and ruffled his hair. Once he laughed, showing all his teeth, but the students remained serious. One of them handed him a piece of paper. He took it without glancing it and nodded. The students turned their backs on him and one of them shouted, Mahatma Gandhi ki jai. So there was a policeman, there was a person, he was DSP. So there was a police officer who is basically known as DSP. He so they call those all those people, all the students, and he seems to be talking about something. But even though when he was laughing, students didn't laugh, they didn't exchange smile with him, and they gone. Now after giving him a piece of paper, they just went saying the slogan, Mahatma Gandhi ki jai. The others shouted back loudly, and then they briskly marched back the way they had come. So the other rest of the people have also shouted loudly, and they also briskly marched back the way they had come. Now, is that all? Manju asked in disappointment, because Manju was expecting much more, but there was nothing happened. So she was asking that, is this all? Who else did you want? What else did you want? A dance, a drama? Babu asked scornfully. But he asked Mohan the same question when he returned. Why did you go back so quietly? Were you scared of what the police would do? So when Manju asked that, was that all? So she was very much disappointed. At that time, Babu said that, this is what do you want? Do you want any kind of entertainment over there? But when the Mohan returned, at that time he asked the same question, that why they were so silent. Mohan seemed immensely pleased with himself, scared not by a long chalk. We had planned in this way. We knew they would stop us the gates. We knew they expected us to protest and to be violent. Oh yes, they wanted us to do so that they could beat us up and haul us away to jail. But we were not prepared to go jail, not as yet anyway. Not until we have given them much more trouble, and so we decided we would give them no chance at all. So what happened? So he explains that why did they do like this. So he says that when they were already prepared that when they will reach there, they will be stopped near the office. But being violent or doing something wrong, a single step wrong, can take away all their hard work. So this does not make sense. So he says that therefore I just um, therefore he says that we just went away without saying any single word. We just had a slogan of Mahatma Gandhi ki jai, and then we walked peacefully from there. Because if we would have did anything, they would have got chance, and they would have been beating us up, and put all those children inside the jail. And at this point they cannot afford at going jail, because they want to give much more trouble to those Britishers. What was the point then? Babu asked while Manju listened earnestly, her chin cupped in her hands. So her chin cupped in hands means generally girls have a habit of taking the chin, sitting by holding their chin, like giving all the support to the chin with the help of a hand. It's like a declaration of war. We have told them now, this is war for us. You are the enemy. You don't start a war without first declaring your intention, do you? So he says that it's like a war of it is like a declaration of war. So we never start a war before giving a declaration. That was a notice which served on collector as a respective of his majesty government asked them to quit India or face the consequences. So there was a letter which says, which was for the government, which was asking them that either they have to quit India, or they will face the consequences, whatever it is. Sumin and another boy turned up after they had finished their dinner that night. The boy staggered in with a large newspaper covered parcel in his hands. So there comes a boy which was holding a large large thing into his hand, which was covered with the newspaper. Got it? Mohan asked, his voice tense with excitement. Yes, lot of trouble. Though, where shall I take it? So he asked that, क्या मिल गया? तो कहे हाँ बहुत मुश्किल से मिला. अब तुम मुझे बताओ कि मैं इसे कहाँ लिखूँ. Here, let me help you. After the boy, Suman, Amma and Mohan went into the small puja room. So where they went into the puja room. The shoulders of the mysterious parcel which turned out to be cyclostical machine. Cyclostical machine means a machine used for photocopying. Soon they heard the wait. This is the wrong. Babu Mohan said as they settled down to the work. Sit out in front room and keep watch. So they were asked that sit on the front room and keep the watch. Give us warning if anyone seems to be coming to our house. So what they were asked that before, if they find anyone coming towards their house, then just give them a signal. Manju go to bed, or else he went on noticing her crestfallen face. You sit here in the hall and pass on. Babu warning to us. Babu sat outside alert and attentive. Now Babu was very alert and attentive. He felt thickening in his throat. It was beginning, and at last he was doing nothing. He kept his eyes and mind on the road outside. So he kept all his eyes and everything on the road. It was deserted. In a little while, the 9 o'clock siren went off. So what happened? The entire area was deserted, and a 9 o'clock siren went off. Babu thought for the first time that day of the war being fought all over the world, and suddenly coming out for the first time. That day of the war being fought all over the world, and suddenly coming out of his reverie, he tensed. A man on a bike. Yes, he was getting off. Babu flung himself inside. Manju turned startled face to him. So now what happened? Basically, now there was a siren which went off at 9 o'clock. Now Babu thought for the first time that he is going to be part of the that day of the war being fought all over the world. That he thought that for once more the war is going to be there. And suddenly there come out the river and a tense man on a bike, and he got off and he asked that where is he calls out his mother name. There was a silence from inside the puja room. The faces looked at him blankly. Now the faces were looking him at a blank expression that why is he here? The dim light giving them a peculiar look. Shadows flickered and danced at the wick. In the oil lamp flickered and fizzed. Then Amma got up and came out, followed by the Mohan. Suman stayed inside and Mohan closed the door of the room. Now Suman stayed inside, Amma and Mohan came out. Manju, go to bed. Babu, you too. Now Manju and Babu both were sent to the bed. There was a knock at the door. Babu rushed on to his room, unrolled his bedroll and threw himself on it. Now Babu slept on it. Who is there? Amma called out. Knock, knock. Mohan, go and see who is it. Manju noticed that though Amma's voice was steady, her hands trembled. His mother's voice was very strong and it was very powerful, but somewhere her hands were trembling, her hands were shivering. Mohan came in saying, Amma, it's Patil, the sub-inspector. So Mohan says that it is Patil, the sub-inspector. Amma held Manju's hand in tight, hurtful clutch, though her voice was still cool and calm. What does he want? Now she is asking that what does he want? He wants to talk to you. So what he wants to talk to her mother. The hand relaxed. Manju drew her own hand back and rubbed it softly. I haven't come trouble you, a strange voice said. So the strange voice says that I am not here to trouble you or to annoy you. Okay. Your husband was my friend in school. I am a friend. So he says that your husband was my school when we were in the school. Uh, School, your husband was my friend. So during the school times, her husband, that is, Mohan's mother and basically Mohan's father's friend was on the door. So Mr. Patil was Mohan's father's friend. Please, Patil Sahab, Amma said rather impatiently, tell me why you are here. So she says that, tell me why are you here? It's like this. Suddenly the man was brisk and businessman-like. His glance swept over of them, taking them in study. There is going to be a search in your home. So he says that there is going to be a search in your home. So there was a search warrant of their home. Most probably tonight. I heard the Sahib talking. So he says that I have heard the Sahib talking, that most probably today at night. They were speaking of psychological machine. They were talking about the psychological machine. It seems you people are making copies of Mahatma's speech. So he says that I think that you are making a copies of the Mahatma speech. They say you have people hiding here as well. Now he even says that those policemen says that you even have a people hidden over here. But you have a Mohan scoffed. But you have psychological machine? No, Mohan said instantly. Now instantly Mohan refused. That no, we don't have any psychological machine. No, Mohan repeated, have you? The man asked Amma. Now again the man is asking to the Amma that, do you saw? Now he says that, now she says, then again he says that why you are wasting time on us by spying on us. Okay, so he says that you are basically wasting time of yours because we don't have any people, we don't have any psychological machine. Tell me. The man ignored Mohan and spoke to Amma. So even though he spoke, he says that, tell me, you should say, because he is not telling anything. Yes, Amma replied simply, and Mohan made angry hissing sound. Where is it, Amma? You have gone. Now Amma agreed that yes, we have the psychological machine. Now he asked that, where is it? So she says, Manju's heart began breathing wildly. Why was Amma's giving them away? Give it to me. I'll get it out the way. You can have it when it's safe. So he says that you can have it whenever it is safe. Mohan burst out again. Amma, what are you doing? How can you trust a policeman? Now he says that आप कैसे ऐसे यकीन कर सकते हो वो भी पुलिस वाले के ऊपर. The man touched Mohan on the shoulder. Now the man touched on the shoulder. Mohan, you are still very young. वो कहता है कि तुम अभी बहुत छोटे हो. There were many things you don't understand. ऐसी बहुत सारी बातें जो तुम नहीं समझते हो. I'm policeman, yes, but your father was and still is my friend. So he says that your father was always my friend and he is still my friend. The policeman says, and this is my country as much as it's yours. So he says that as much as this is your country, it is mine too. Now quickly give it to me, they may come any moment. Amma opened the door of the puja room and said, Suman emerged, wiping her face with her sari, looking anxiously at them. Come in. Amma beckoned to the man. It's here. Suman started to the Amma and the man in the bewilderment. So, with the complete confusion, Suman was looking at the Amma and that policeman because she was amazed. Amma smiled at her and said, you have got to get away, Suman. Take all away the material. Now he asked, that Suman, you have to go home because that's a better thing we have find here now. Now what happens? Mohan stared at Amma, at Suman, and finally at Patil, who stared steady back. Okay, Amma, Mohan said and ducked into the puja room. He lugged the machine and gave it to the Patil. Now he gave the machine to the Patil. Do you have a luggage bag with you? The man asked. Manju, Amma began, but Babu had already got it. Now Babu had already got that bag. That's fine, the man said. And then they were gone. Patil, Mohan, and Suman. The house seemed unbelieved quite after the intense activity. So everyone was so shocked that they were not able to believe. Let's go back to bed, Amma suggested. Now Amma suggested that let's go back to the house. Mohan came back shortly. Suman, Manju asked him anxiously. She is all right? Go to bed. Amma said bed with the police about to come, but nevertheless she did drop off and came out of her sleep with a jerk to hear a loud knock on the door. It was repeated. Manju sat up in the sudden fright. Amma patted her comfortingly. Who is it? She asked loudly. Now, along with Amma, Suman also uh, got up and she was very frightened. But Amma says that don't worry when they heard the second knock on the door. Who is it? She asked loudly. Now she is asking that do you know who is it? Open the door, a strange voice order. Mohan, see who it is, Amma said. Now Mohan has saw that and Amma asked that who is it? It was like going through something all over again. It was like something was repeating again. But this time they knew for sure it wasn't a friend standing out there. But this time they were very sure that there was no friend standing outside there. No need for Mohan to announce Amma's is the police. So this time even Mohan didn't have to explain and didn't have to answer the question that who is there because the mother already knew that there was a police on the door. Is that alright, students? So this is the story that how a family is trying very hard to participate in the freedom struggle and how there was a policeman who was his dad's friend and he gave his best and he helped them out. So this was the story. I hope you understood it well, students. Thank you so much. Have a very good day. Stay blessed.